Prince Harry once ate food off patron's plate at famed Nick Eatery. Restaurateur Melba Wilson was surprised when Prince Harry and Meghan Markle popped by her Harlem eatery, Melba's in 2021, and recalls that Harry got so comfortable he sampled a waffle fry from another patron's plate. "I did not see him lick his fingers, but he definitely ate a waffle fry from someone else's table, and he picked up the chicken with his hands. So Harry knows how to eat chicken," she recalled. The visiting couple also made a generous $25,000 donation to the restaurant, rather than leaving a traditional tip, as part of an effort to support local establishments. In the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic, the eatery tweeted at the time, "The team and I are so thankful for their visit and commitment to donating $25K. Wilson also recalled to us that Markle was very kind. Harry was very kind as well." Wilson also said that locals were in shock when the duo arrived in Harlem. The Post reported at the time that one surprise diner exclaimed, when they first pulled up, "It was maybe two SUVs. My boss was like, 'What's going on?' And I very distinctly remember thinking, 'Whatever, it's probably some rich person. No reason to stop eating.'" Then he said it's Prince Harry and Meghan. Wilson added that the royals did not request to close down the restaurant for their own private use. "The restaurant was not closed. They did not want it to be closed," she said. "They went in and talked to everyone. Guess they were very concerned about how people were feeling and how we were doing in the food and beverage industry during a specific time." The pair stopped by Melba's on 114th Street. After visiting elementary school PS 123, we previously reported. Meanwhile, Meghan Markle looked threatened after being told she wasn't the only powerful woman in the room. Meghan's podcast Archetypes sees her interviewing some of the most famous women in the world, including pal Serena Williams. Meghan Markle was threatened after being told she wasn't the only powerful woman, according to a body language expert. The Duchess of Sussex has remained relatively out of the spotlight in recent months, and will not be attending King Charles's coronation with her husband Prince Harry. Meghan will remain in the US with her two children, as Prince Archie's 4th birthday falls on the same day as the coronation on Saturday, 6 May. Since stepping down as senior royals in 2020, Meghan has only made the journey back to the UK for a few events over the years, including Queen Elizabeth II's funeral last September. The Mirror reports that the couple have focused on forging careers through their podcast Archetypes, as well as Prince Harry's memoir Spare, and their Netflix series. Meghan's podcast Archetypes sees her interviewing some of the most famous women in the world, including pal Serena Williams, as they discuss breaking down barriers and the labels that hold women back. In 2020, Meghan used her position to relay a passionate message at the Fortune Most Powerful Women Summit. She urged Americans to reject hate speech, misinformation, and online negativity. In her strong message, speaking to the audience, she said, "If you look back at anything I've said, what ends up being inflammatory is people's interpretation of it. But if you listen to what I actually say, it's not controversial." I think that is the takeaway that I have found, is if you don't listen to all the noise out there, and just focus on living a purpose-driven life, and knowing what your own moral compass is. There are always going to be naysayers, but at the end of the day, I used to have a quote up in my room, and it resonates now when you see the vitriol and noise that can be out in the world. She added, "It's George O'Keefe, and it's I've already settled it for myself. So the flattery and criticism go down the same drain, and I'm quite free." The moment you are able to be liberated from all of those other opinions of what you know to be true, then I think it's very easy to live with truth and authenticity, and that's how I choose to move through the world. However, body language expert Bruce Durham believes that despite Meghan's powerful interview, there were key times during the summit where the Duchess was not happy at all. Bruce said that Meghan felt threatened when interviewer Ellen McGritt told her she's not the only powerful woman involved in this equation. Bruce explains, "She doesn't receive it like that. She receives it as a threat." Up until then, the interviewer is still heaping praise on Meghan. "She does 3 things to let you know her ego is raging. She brushes her hair. She reframing herself. She wants to be seen as the powerful woman. Her ego springs to life. Then there are lots of eye blocks. She wants to be the person in the room. Then she tightens her throat. It's an animalistic reaction. She does not like hearing she's not the only powerful woman in the equation." He then goes on to claim that some of Meghan's body language during the interview shows some negativity around what she is saying. Bruce continued, "She says she's received criticism for being controversial in the past. She's trying to get across that she isn't controversial." Then she goes on to say what she's said that's been labeled as controversial. She says, "If you look at that I've said and looks left so is recollecting, But then there's a series of eye blocks and a lip shrug. This means there is not full positivity, she isn't happy at all.